All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And this is just a comment I want to respond to that was left on a comment board, as you see a day ago. I'm not sure if this is a brother or a sister, but regardless, I want to speak some words on your comment and try to edify you through the spirit. So as you see, it's Anya Ashar 1970. I'm Slaki if I pronounced that wrong. It says, Shalom, brother. I work at a nursing home, and they're trying to enforce everyone to take the flu shot. If we don't take it, we have to get a letter from either our doctor or we won't be able to work. What shall I do? I didn't want to sin against the Most High. All right, so, in this particular case, as we've been telling, brothers and sisters that you want to try to use wisdom and discretion with dealing with these situations. We know the flu shot is not good for us. We know eventually all this is going to lead down to the vaccines and then to their main agenda, their main goal, which is the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, which we also tell you don't take as well here at Great Millstone. All right. Now, the flu shot is just a little lighter. They're not as heavy on it as they're going to do or as they're going to be with the vaccine and the mark of the beast. Okay. Because they're going to go to extreme measures, starting with the vaccine and then to the mark of the beast. Okay. But as far as the flu shot, they're not as harsh on the penalties as of right now. But, as this fellow Israelite is saying, that you won't be able to come back to work if you don't take the flu shot. And it's like that in the medical, when you're dealing in that medical field, as far as a nurse, a doctor, in a nursing home, a school setting, they're very strict on if you basically following, the guidelines. All right. What does I want to say? So it says if we have a letter from our doctor. Okay. Now, if you can go, it's wise. Try to go get a letter from the doctor. Okay. And the comment that I left was I asked, did you try getting a letter from a doctor yet? Use subtlety and say you believe in Christian, I spelled that wrong, in Christian Science, all right, which believe in everything to be natural, where you can't take vaccines, all right. So that's that's somewhat of don't know too much and not too deep on it, but the belief of when it's Christian Science, if you tell them that you're in Christian Science, it goes into that you believe in everything natural. All right, now. Natural far as, because like we know, let's get a scripture real quick, because we know the Lord have made medicines out of the earth, right? So the Lord have created medicines out of the earth for you to be what? Healed by them. Right? Let's start at Ecclesiasticus 38 verse 3. It says, the skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men, he shall be in admiration. The Lord have created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Meaning, in other words, shy away from them, okay? Avoid them. So there's different medicines of the earth what the Lord have created, the different herbs, all right? What Esau have created, his different medicines, goes back to witchcraft, the Greek word pharmakia, all right? Because in one hand, it helps you a little, but then it destroys something else in your body. See, so it's not just doing a healing process. It's like doing a healing process and destroying something at the same time, right? 9 times out of 10 of dealing with Esau's medicines. But the medicines that the Lord have created, right, was created for a purpose to help and to heal your body of, whatever that you're going through. Okay. And I'm only bringing this out because I'm dealing with I spoke of Christian Science. Now, we know that we don't believe in the so-called Christian Science and things that they believe per se of all the other stuff they believe in, but I'm just saying using that in a way of using subtlety. See, we got this supplant E, how our forefather Jacob supplanted their forefather E. All right, let's just use the same concept. We know we don't believe in it, but let's just supplant them. That's just using wisdom. All right, ain't nothing wrong with using wisdom. Ain't nothing wrong with using subtlety. And I'm gonna get that situation. But I want to go into. All right, let's go to the Christian. So I can see Christian Science. Right, and I'm just rolling through the spirit, and I thought I'd just touch on this, and the Lord willing may be edifying, because there's a lot of brothers and sisters are asking these questions, are getting put in these, positions where it's like, all right, take the flu shot, or you can't come back to work. And this is what we always say: you got to prepare yourself, because if you already know in your mind that you're not going to take the vaccine and that you're not going to take the mark of the beast, well, you already know you got to be prepared in your mind that you about to be a pilgrim on the earth, and prepare your mind that you may be thrown into a concentration camp, until they try to force you to take it, or you might just sit in there, away from society because you're deemed as a threat, right? You're more of acceptable to the virus, or you're not going against, the agenda that they're set up. So you got to prepare your mind already to look forward of what's to come. You got to continue to pray to Yahweh Shem Shah that you may endure the things that's to come. Because if you already got in your mind that you're not taking these things, well, be prepared to lose your job. Be prepared that you may lose your home. Be prepared that you may lose your children. Okay, they're going to easily push that narrative and say, you know what? You're not fit to be a parent because you're not making wise decisions. A wise decision, for a parent wouldn't let their children, put their children in jeopardy to get sick. You know what narrative E is going to push and use. So these things you want to keep in the back of your mind. All right. Let's see. I want to go to that one. All right, so this one says, why do Christian scientists refuse medical treatment? It says, since the founding of their church 131 years ago, Christian scientists have been taught to avoid doctors at all costs. It is a conviction rooted so deeply in church dogma that dozens of members have endured criminal prosecution rather than surrender an ailing person to what they see as a quakery of medical science. Let's see. Christian scientists understanding their healing method to be based solely on the healing power of God, not of the human mind. Christian science treatment relies on a regenerative power of spirit, God, and is wholly biblical and Christian in its approach to the healing of disease. Okay, now that's why I said use the Christian science, use that, because they're not going to question that one as much as to say, they're not going to question that one, as to oppose of you saying you're an Israelite. Now, you saying you're an Israelite, which you're not wrong for saying that, but it wouldn't be wise to say that. All right? That's why I say supplant them. It's all right to supplant them. Okay? To hide your identity. Ain't nothing wrong with hiding your identity. Like we saying playing Clark Kent. Or in the cases of a woman, not trying to not putting y'all on a pedestal, but using it in a way like you a Catwoman. Catwoman didn't walk around the world in her cat suit. Okay? She walked around as a regular woman, and then when it was time to do her thing, then she threw on her suit. Same with Clark Kent or Superman. You see? They didn't show their face card. You see, they didn't reveal their identity to who they were. So that would be the same with us, using wisdom, especially in the times that come, because he's about to come down with great wrath upon the Israelites, upon the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. The ones that know they're Israelites and the ones that don't know. But they know the ones that know is more of, is at odds or that's in opposition with them, to a higher level than a regular average Jake on the street. Okay, so let's read that again. It says Christian scientists understand their healing method to be based solely on the healing power of the Most High, not of the human mind. Christian science treatment relies on a regenerative power of spirit. God is wholly biblical and Christian in its approach to healing of disease. Now, we know according to the scriptures that only the person that can heal you is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We know that to be true. Okay? We know that to be true. All right? But we're just saying, let's use this, in a way of where they don't question it, as much as you say you're an Israelite, then they're like, wait a minute, what do you mean you're an Israelite? Okay? Then they start doing the research and information. All right? Then you come back to work the next day, now your job looking at you crazy, because then they look at the narrative that was pushed about us of the BHIs, which were not the black Hebrew Israelites, but I'm just saying they might push, they hate white people. Okay? They want America to be destroyed. They're against everything that, America wants to push on the earth, the New World Order, this and that. All right? So then you put another burden on yourself by having everybody at the job treating you funny, right? Becky offering to bring you spiked coffee. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using examples of things that may take place, so you don't want to do that to yourself. I want to get forget the scripture when it talks about the Lord being the healing comes from the Lord. Let's see if I can type it in. Let's see if I can get it. It's lucky I'm not bringing out much as much precepts. Oh man, okay, I got one. It's the book of forget the one I'm really was looking for, but this one to do. Deuteronomy 32, verse 39. It says, "See now that I am He, and there is no God with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out my hand." So we know the ultimate healer goes back to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Right? But now when you go into Sirach, the 38th chapter, he talk about physicians. Physicians are what? Healers too. So the Lord has set healers up, that was into the medicines, that know how to do different things, that can help heal the people. Okay? So let's see. Right, so this is a response that says, "I told them I'm an Israelite. They said I have to get a letter from my church leader. I took the flu shot last year from my doctor. They told me I either have to get a letter from my doctor or my church leader." Right, so do so. Right? Get a letter. Try to avoid this at all costs. Get a letter from get a letter from your doctor. That's the first step. Now I'm not sure who's the leader of your church or who you follow, you listen to. But even within that, I don't think they would have a problem writing a letter for you. But then again, you can have someone write it up for you, write it up, print it out, anything. And you could just make up a name. You could say, let's see, follower of Jesus Church or something, something. Just make something up. And even though I just use the J word, we don't use that word. But like I said, it's another supplanting thing of, not letting them know what you're truly into. Because then you give them, let's use an example. You give them a church name, a follower of Yahweh Shai, right? Follower of Yahweh Shai's church, or, Church of Yahweh Shai. Then they go on the computer and they type in Church of Yahweh Shai. And they say, well, oh, what is this about? Then it's Yahweh Shai, and then they go to YouTube and they find videos. Once again, they're like, well, wait a minute. Whoa. This is her belief system? Or this is your belief system? This is what they believe? Oh, no. We not. So then it's like they may say, oh, we can't accept this. And then make things way harder and try to, get you fired. It's just, hey, Jake, you got to use subtlety, man. Got to use subtlety. Hey, we did it when we was being wicked in the world. So, find a way to do it and supplant in righteousness. Let's get this, and I want to get this real fast. It's dealing with Jacob and Esau, okay? It's the book of Genesis. I just want to get the concordance. Because what does Jacob's name mean? In the Hebrew, it's Yaiqua, meaning what? Supplanter. Let's get it. See? Yaiqua, heel catcher. That is supplanter. See? So our forefather was a supplanter, right? And we got to do the same thing. We got to use that subtlety and supplant these devils, man. Let's see if we get some. Do subtlety. Let's see and so forth. Right. Oh man, I can't even find the scriptures I was looking for. But the point is being made. Salak, I didn't bring this many scriptures out. Just speaking all through the spirit. But hey, just use subtlety, man. All right. Like I said, if avoid this at all costs. If you can go get it from the doctor, make up something. Have some, one of your friends or colleagues that maybe know how to do this professional and write something up and print something out, where it looks legit. Do that. You see? Do what you got to do to continue to work without taking that flu shot, because what's coming next after that flu shot, the vaccine. And then what's going to end up coming after that, shortly after that? What? The chip. Right? The chip. Man, I was trying to look for something. I really can't find it. Find what I'm looking for. It's not Apocrypha. All right, so we got one in Ecclesiastes 31 verse 15. It says, judge of thy neighbor by thyself, and be discreet in every point. So when you're discreet, you just so when you're discreet, right? Let's get that going to this word discreet. You're careful, right? You're careful and circumspect in one's speech or actions, especially in order to avoid causing offense or to gain an advantage. You see? And we don't want Satan to get an advantage of us, right? We want the advantage. Okay? And if you can do that discreetly, then by all means do it. All right? 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11, it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You see, so far as you taking heed to the word, okay, as far as you taking heed to the counsel that the Lord set out, the men of the Lord, the servants, the prophets, Satan doesn't have an up on you. You got an up on Satan, right? So you're not ignorant of his devices. And this is why you're seeking counsel on a situation or on these matters, which that's a beautiful thing too, because the scripture talks about a person that doesn't look to counsel. I believe it says they fall to somewhat effect. Let's see if we can find that. After the scriptures again, it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? So we're not ignorant. We have the knowledge, through the scriptures of knowing that, okay, we already know how E get down. He uses subtlety, right? He's the deceiver. And he's going to use all these different things and methods to push his narrative, to push his ultimate agenda, which is going to go to the mark of the beast. But it's going to start with that, okay, you can't come back to work till you get a flu, right? Or you know how they start work, you got to get a flu shot before you come to work. They was pretty lenient on it till, okay, you can't come back to work till you get the flu shot. Now it's mandatory. You see? Same thing going on. You should wear a mask, all right? Wear a mask, and then they see people with it off. They was a little bit lenient. Then it came to mandatory. Now it's mandatory. Right? I better not see you without that mask or you'll get a fine. Because the CDC guidelines say this. CDC guidelines say that. Right? This goes into, it says, without counsel. So it's beautiful to ask counsel. Proverbs 15, verse 22, it says, without counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors, they are established. All right? So it's good to have counsel. Good to have counsel. Matter of fact, let's start Proverbs 15:22. Let's go into that word. Let's get a couple definitions of that word, and we'll close this up. Proverbs 15, verse 22. So, counsel. It says, a session that is in company of persons in close deliberation by implication of intimacy, consultation, a secret assembly, a council, inward secret council. All right. So we are that council. We are that assembly. We are the church, the ecclesia, ones that are calling out. We are that assembly. Okay, we are that council set up, to continue to what? To guide the sheep. Okay? To guide the people of the Lord. Right? Because without counsel, purposes are disappointed. But in the multitude of counselors, they are established. All right? So, I didn't bring out too many scriptures. I wanted to hit a few points and speak on a few things and just, try to, edify and, to let people know of different things that they should keep in mind, And this lesson was done just to edify, maybe other brothers and sisters that may have the same type of question, I don't think it was the best decision to tell. I believe you said, I told them, it was like, right. So I don't think that was the wisest decision to tell your job that you was an Israelite. Because when Edom start demonizing us, right, and talking about the Hebrew Israelites, the first person they're going to look at is you. They're going to say, wait a minute. I remember such and so said they're an Israelite. Oh, that's what they believe in? That's how they feel about me? Which that's cool. That we follow the truth and how we feel towards E and 2/3. But for them to know your stance, to know your position, it's just not, it wouldn't benefit you. You know, it wouldn't benefit you. All right. Now it's different for as if a man of the Lord is out there teaching and someone approaches and they ask questions and things like that, that work at their job or may know them, things like that. That it is what it is. That's part of counting the cost. But for as just saying, oh yeah, I'm an Israelite. Nah, that's just won't be wise. If they found out some other way and it wasn't controllable, cool. But just to say, yeah, well, I'm an Israelite, nah, you don't want to put that hell on yourself. Because he don't play fear, and nor do the people, the 2/3 of our people play fear, right? They get that work talking about you and telling people, oh yeah, they believe in this, they believe in that. Now everybody at work staring at you, looking at you weird and treating you different and making you work harder jobs and later shifts and just so much BS. So it'd just be wise just to, not even say that. Just say, well, you know what? I believe in Christian Science, and I believe, that God will heal everything naturally and by himself. I don't need to take any medicine, and I take herbs and that he made out of the earth. You just, you know how to do it, Jake. We good at what we do. We know how to do it. So just use subtlety and supplant. All right. So, I just wanted to touch on that to the spirit. Like I said, this is more of a just speaking on it, exhortation. So, Lord willing, I hope this quick lesson was edifying. Until next time, I want to say shalom.